Greetings everyone, today we'll talk about one of the biggest copy in auto industry. Also we will discuss what is good about the GLE Coupe and what is horrible about this wonderful and huge vehicle. Mercedes could not sleep well knowing that BMW making good profit from X6 and X3, so in 2014 in Shanghai Mercedes revealed their new concept called Concept Coupe. It was very futuristic and shocking car for everybody. And in 2015 in Detroit Motor Show, Mercedes showed everybody the end result of hard work of copying BMW. Car came out massive. From pictures or videos you do not see the true size of this car. I remember seeing it in real life in 2016 in Dubai, near Emirates Mall. This car looked gigantic. It not had the X6 coolness and aesthetics. It looked just huge. Nevertheless, every time I went home I spent few minutes looking at this car. An owner did not like my weird obsession with his vehicle. Visually it looks bigger than X6, but in numbers they have almost the same size. Driving this car was very Mercedes. It drove like a big Mercedes SUV and had nothing in common with BMW X6. X6 had different handling setup from the X5, and you can feel that BMW spent a lot of time on making the handling and feeling of this car a little bit different from the X5, and you could feel the car was more alive when you drove it. Mercedes on the other hand was exactly same as any other SUV Mercedes. Coupe and GLE versions were identical to each other. It had slow and relaxing Mercedes ride, nothing aggressive or sporty was in the car. The cheap versions had 333 brake horsepower, and that is a big number, that's a good number, and you can use this car, but if you drive it fast you will feel that car does not want to be driven like this. BMW X6 with 300 brake horsepower felt like a crazy ex-girlfriend that caught you with another girlfriend. You were not going any faster than the GLE Coupe, but it felt ballistic. The only exciting GLE Coupe was the V8 or the GLE 63 AMG with 585 brake horsepower and 760 Nm of torque, and it had the old 7-speed gearbox. All the other GLEs had the 9-speed gearbox. Interior of GLE Coupe was exactly same as GLE. I cannot call it luxurious because I know what Mercedes can do. And what they did in this generation was good quality but not luxurious. Space at the back was not much, same as in BMW X6. In my opinion, 2016 BMW X6 had better interior than the GLE Coupe or GLE had. If you think otherwise, please write in the comments. If you want to buy today the used first generation Mercedes GLE Coupe, I will never understand why you want this car in your life. But who am I to judge? I am happily married and still I miss all my ex-girlfriends. Here are some tips so you can safely buy used GLE if you will decide to spend so much cash on it. First one, look at the sunroof. The first generation's panoramic roof is just already dried up, and when you open it full it makes horrible noise. Old petrol engines need frequent oil change every 6-7,000 kilometers. Turbos can last up to 100,000 kilometers without any problems. Engine chain can be stretched if the car was driven horribly, so before buying it scan the engine and gearbox for aggressive starts and avoid cars that were abused by previous owners. This is very heavy car and heavy cars brake fast when you drive them fast. Today you can ask any mechanic with the scanning systems to check used GLE Coupe that you chosen, and he will tell you all the problems it has. The 9-speed gearbox will easily serve more than 150,000 kilometers, maybe even more, because this is a reliable gearbox. Some say without any oil change, but some mechanics do recommend changing oil every 60-70,000 kilometers in the transmission. All radiators must be cleaned every 50-60,000 kilometers. If you will buy GLE Coupe with the air suspension, you must service it every 20,000 kilometers and ask your mechanics to check this air suspension also before buying it. After purchasing a nice loved GLE Coupe, if you will keep up with very expensive maintenance and change all the fluids on time and service all the parts on time, you will have this car without any problems until 150,000 kilometers. So for that time For those kilometers you can enjoy peaceful and nice ride. Mercedes invested a lot of hard-earned cash into marketing, get the piece of that juicy market from BMW. And after all that hype, GLE Coupe did not get even close to BMW X6 selling numbers. Some will say that they made some profit and that's a good thing, but for me Mercedes demonstrated that they love to copy a good idea. And that's very sad because Mercedes is a great company and I think copying is not for them. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this wonderful vehicle. Also, I noticed many of you watch my channel without subscribing. That's very creepy, so please subscribe.